Now the deck profile. I'm playing 2 Inspector Borders. This is a skill drain on Lex, 2 Majesty's Maiden. She adds you any True Draco monster if your opponent activates a card effect. 2 Heat, he adds you a True Draco spell. And 3 Night, he adds you a trap or activates the trap. Night is the best one because he can activate you a trap on your opponent's turn, then you can just continue playing. I'm playing 1 Terraforming and the targets are Diagram and Domain. Domain shuts your opponent off the extra deck, and Diagram is a searcher and prevents your True Dracos from being destroyed. For draw power, I'm playing 2 Desires, 3 Duality and 3 Card of the Mice. Card of the Mice is insane in the deck. It's cool because the deck doesn't play Extravagance or Prosperity, and you can just use 1 card and then you're shut off any draw or add effects for the rest of the turn. You can just Desires, then activate Duality, then activate the Mice, and then you can draw later on with Heritage or Disciples as well. It's really good. You sometimes just go plus, 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 and you end with so many cards in hand on your field. For the Floodgates, I'm playing 3-Dimensional Fissure. This is a rare Floodgate, so it's easily to be obtained. It's a continuous spell, so you can use it as tribute material, and it's an auto win against some decks. I'm playing 3 Heritage. Heritage is good because it draws you cards equal to the number of True Draco or True Draco monster spells or traps that have been sent to the graveyard. So sometimes you just open one of the True Draco traps, you can use it as tribute materials, then activate Heritage, and you immediately draw 1 card. I'm playing 2 Disciples. Disciples is slower because it cannot draw you cards immediately. It needs 3 cards in graveyard to shuffle back into the deck, but it's good because it can save you up your resources once you burn through them. I'm playing 2 the Monarch Stormforce. Stormforce is a quick play. You can set as well or activate on your turn to tribute an opponent's monster for cost if you want to tribute summon. I'm playing 2 Judgment and 3 Scolding. Scolding is great, and if you're on a budget, Scolding is insane. The only thing that's heartbreaking to see is if you open multiple Scolding, because it has to be the only set card you control. You can have Judgment plus Scolding and then just negate the first time with Judgment and then the second time with Scolding. But if you open 2 Scolding, you can only set 1 and only use that one. It's really bad. That's why I'm only playing 2, so the chance of me opening multiple is really low. Playing 2 the Monarchs Erupt. This is a continuous trap, so it's tribute material for the True Draco monsters, and it's a 1-sided skill drain. It's the good thing with this is as well, you can only activate it if you have no cards in the extra deck and control a tribute summoned monster, but it doesn't immediately get destroyed when the tribute summoned monster leaves the field. It only destroys itself during your end phase. So if your opponent, for example, Raigekis your board or something, you still keep the Monarchs Erupt, and it still has the effect to negate all effect monsters effects except tribute summoned monsters. I'm playing 2 True King's Return and 2 Apocalypse. This is mostly because the effects of the cards are hard once per turn, so you can use the trap effects to tribute summon a True Draco monster on your opponent's turn. Return can also special summon a True Draco from the graveyard, but sadly that negates their effects because they have to be tribute summoned to use their effects. And Apocalypse can halve the attack of all your opponent's monsters, which is really good because then they can't beat over your monsters. Your lineup is at 2500, 2400 and 2-3, so they need to have a over 5000 attack monster to beat over the night, and that's rarely ever happening. I reached Plat 1 with this insanely quick. I got, I think, a 20 win streak on my way to reaching Plat 1, and my only loss was when my girlfriend came in the room and I talked a bit with her and I automatically surrendered because I was AFK for too long. It's really good if you want to play on a budget. Like, you can look at this and you see it's Solemn Judgment you can get from the bundle, and other than that it's 5 URs and that's it. For the super rares, you can cut the Pot of Desires as well and play skill drain in this. I don't like the skill drain build, I have to be perfectly honest, because you shut off your own True Draco monsters, and I really like their effects to just activate spells and traps when your opponent activates a card. Yeah, but if you want to play skill drain instead of Pot of Desires. The Monarch Stormforth is really nice because you can set it as well, and then if you have Night to get you a trap or you already opened a trap, you can tribute summon on your opponent's turn, and you can use their monsters, which is just so good. I played very much against Sky Striker for some reason, and Domain is insane against them as well. Sometimes they just normal summoned Ray and were AFK for like 1 minute because they didn't understand why they can't summon from the extra deck. Or people just kept conceding on me as well when they saw I have no cards in the extra deck. Yeah. Good luck with this. I played this over my Drytron list because I had no good experience with Drytron this season and kind of struggled with them. But this was just working really, really well. I can only recommend this if you want to play something different for once. It's not bad if you go second as well. You can force negates really easily, and if they negate and destroy your stuff, you destroy their cards as well. For example, if they like I had a setup Drytron board once I was playing against, and I started with Fissure. They have to negate the Fissure. I started with everything else and was left with one card in hand. And the one card was Card of Demise. I just activated Card of Demise, drew 3 cards. 3 cards were True King's Return, plus 1 True Draco monster, so I could just set the return, normal summon the True Draco monster, and then with the trap, destroy the Herald of Ultimus they had. It's good. It's good going first, and it's not as good going second, but it's definitely a good deck. I hope you have fun.